Today we are going to start the chapter Sequences and Series. In your class 10th, you learnt about arithmetic progression. So in this chapter, we shall recall what an arithmetic progression is. Then we will learn about a new sequence which is called as geometric progression. Let us define arithmetic progression, which we abbreviate as AP. Yes, a sequence of numbers A1, A2, A3 and so on is called an AP if each term, except for the first term, differs from its immediately preceding term by a fixed constant number. That is, the sequence of numbers A1, A2, A3 and so on will be called as an AP if A2 minus A1 is same as A3 minus A2 is same as A4 minus A3. Here the fixed constant number is called the common difference of the AP and is denoted by D. So if A2 minus A1 is equal to A3 minus A2 is equal to A4 minus A3 and so on, if each of these differences is equal to D, fixed number, then we say that sequence is an arithmetic progression. For example, consider the sequence 2, 5, 8, 11 and so on. Here this is A1, this is A2, this is A3, A4 and so on. Yes, A2 minus A1 will be 3. A3 minus A2 is also 3 and A4 minus A3 will be 3. So the difference between the consecutive terms is same. So this sequence is an arithmetic progression with common difference 3. Yes, in an AP we have learnt that A2 minus A1 is equal to D, A3 minus A2 is D, A4 minus A3 will also be equal to D and so on. A2 minus A1 equals to D implies A2 is equal to A1 plus D. That is, second term is obtained by adding the common difference to the first term. Similarly, from here, A3 is equal to A2 plus D. That is, third term is obtained by adding common difference to the second term. And similarly here, A4 is equal to A3 plus D. That is, fourth term will be obtained by adding common difference to the third term. That means, in an AP, a term is obtained by adding common difference to its immediately preceding term. So, if A be the first term and D be the common difference of the AP, then A1, which denotes the first term, so it will be equal to A, A2 will be equal to A plus D. Add common difference to its immediately preceding term, that is the first term. Now to get A3, I'll get common difference, I'll add common difference to A2. So A plus D will give you A plus 2D. Similarly, A4 will be obtained by adding common difference to the third term. So I'll get A plus 3D. So AP is given by A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D and so on. Thus, In order to write an arithmetic progression, we need to know two things. The first term, that is A, and the common difference, that is D. So AP is given by A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D and so on. Now look here. A1 is equal to A, which I can write as A plus 0D. A2 is A plus D, A3 is A plus 2D, A4 is A plus 3D. Now you can see that A is present everywhere, and in the first term the coefficient of D is 0. That is 1 less than this 1. 1 minus 1, 0. In the second term, coefficient of D is 1. 1 less than this 2. That is 2 minus 1, which is 1. Similarly, in the third term, coefficient of D is 2. 1 less than this 3. So, if I ask you, what will be the coefficient, what will be the seventh term? So, it will be A plus, coefficient of D will be 1 less than 7. So, it will be 6. So, A7 will be A plus 60. Similarly, A8 will be equal to A plus 70. So, in general, nth term, that is An, is equal to A plus n minus 1D. Coefficient of D is 1 less than this n. So, remember this. In an AP, nth term, that is An, is given by A plus n minus 1D. For example, consider the sequence minus 2, minus 5, minus 8, minus 11. Yes, A2 minus A1 is minus 5 plus 2, which is minus 3. A3 minus A2 is minus 8 plus 5, which is minus 3. A4 minus A3 is minus 8, minus 11 plus 8, that is minus 3. So you can see difference between the consecutive terms is same. So it is an AP with first term minus 2 and common difference D minus 3. Suppose I ask you to find out the, say, 21st term of this AP, that is A21. So it will be equal to A plus 20D, right? Coefficient of D will be 1 less than this. Now A is negative 2 plus 20 into minus 3. That is minus 2 minus 60, which is minus 62. So 21st term is negative 62. Now we will discuss sum of first n terms of an AP. Suppose we have a sequence of numbers A1, A2, A3, A4 and so on. Let this sequence be an AP. When I say S1, S stands for sum and this 1 stands for how many terms I have to take. So S1 means sum of first one term. So it will be equal to A1. If I write S2, it means sum of first two terms, that is A1 plus A2. If I say S3, that means sum of first three terms, that is A1 plus A2 plus A3. So if I write Sn, it means sum of first n terms. So it is A1 plus A2 plus so on till An. Now I want to find out the expression for Sn. Yes, let Sn be equal to A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus so on till An. This is the sum of first n terms. Now if I write these terms in reverse order, will the sum change? No, it will be same. So what I'll do, I'll reverse the order of the terms. So here I'll get an plus an minus 1 plus an minus 2 plus so on. This is a2 plus a1. So this sum will also be equal to Sn. So now what I do, I'll add these two equations. So here I'll get Sn plus Sn 2Sn. This will be a1 plus an, a2 plus an minus 1 and so on an plus a1. This is 2Sn equals 2. Now take first bracket. A1 plus an. A1 is the first term. First term of the AP is A. An will be A plus n minus 1d. So I'll get 2A plus n minus 1d. So here I'll get 2A plus n minus 1d. Now similarly, I take a2 plus an minus 1. a2 is a plus d and an minus 1 can be written as a plus n minus 1 minus 1d. That is a plus d plus a plus n minus 2d, which will give you 2a plus n minus 1d. So this is also equals to 2a plus n minus 1d. So you can check the value of all these brackets will be equal to 2a plus n minus 1d. Now, how many brackets will be there? There will be n brackets. So, I'll get 2Sn will be equal to n into 2a plus n minus 1d. The sum of all these will be equal to this. So, from here, Sn will be equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1d, where a is the first term, d is the common difference and n is the number of terms. So Sn is equal to this. Now I can write this 2a as a plus a. So I'll get Sn equals n by 2 a plus n minus 1d. Now what is this equals to? Can I write this as an? So Sn is also equals to n by 2 a plus an. And if an is the last term, which is denoted by L, then Sn will be equal to n by 2 into a plus L, where L is the last term and a is the first term. Now let's take one question. The question is, if the sum of certain number of terms of an AP 25, 22, 19 is 116, find the last term of the AP. Yes, look at this AP. The first term, that is A, is 25. Common difference, that is D. It is equal to A2 minus A1, which is 22 minus 25, that is negative 3. Now let there be n terms in this sequence. We are to find the last term. So if there are n terms in the sequence, so do you agree? Last term will be an. So I need to find out an. Now an is equal to a plus n minus 1d. I know the value of a, I know the value of d. So what I need to find? I need to find n. Now according to the question, sum of these n terms is 116. So Sn is 116. Now Sn is given by n by 2 2a plus n minus 1d equals 116. Substitute the values of a and d. So I'll get n by 2 into 2 into 25 plus n minus 1 into minus 3, which is equal to 116. That will give you n by 2 50 minus 3n plus 3 equals 116. That is n by 2 into 53 minus 3n is 116. So here I get n into 53 minus 3n equals 116 into 2. That is 53n minus 3n square equals 232. So I get the quadratic equation 3n square minus 53n plus 232 equals 0. Now solve this quadratic equation using quadratic formula or by using factorization method, that is by splitting the middle term. So I'll get the values of n as 8 or n equals 29 by 3, as n denotes the number of terms and number of terms cannot be in fraction. So this value is rejected. So the number of terms is 8. So last term will be equal to A8, which is A plus 7D. Now A is 25 and D is minus 3. So I'll get 25 minus 21, which is 4. So last term is 4 and there are 8 terms in the AP.